All right. Hello, everyone. I know you're probably saying, "What is this about?" This is not. This is just a reflection. The camera showing it that way. It's a reflection from the light in the front. But anyways, today's video is about give you an update on this bike vent here, and it's another one behind my other battery back here. This is in the back of the seat. So I've had problems before. Fires the leaking when it rains, the water comes back in here, and the dealership I put a new one in, replaced both of them, and it was still an issue. I turned around at one point. I actually put in. I used the what that is again, the yeah, I used the foam, the great stuff, to put in here all the way throughout to bubble around it so then the water won't, but that was a mistake because then the way the bubble made when it came up, it actually made it more of a problem and water kept on coming in. I went ahead and I cleaned it up pretty good. I decided to take it back to the dealership to have them, address it. They're like, "Oh, I damaged it." It wasn't really damaged. It was just, I had few little pieces of the foam that was still around, which I couldn't see. But I know that's an excuse. Most of the time, the dealership will do that because they don't want to warranty something. But anyways, I was going to go ahead and buy 2 more new ones. But I give it a thought. I'm like, you know what? That really is a waste of time buying 2 new ones. So what I did, I went ahead and I pulled in more of this. I pulled it in, and then I took the adhesive, the gasket, the gasket sealer, the gasket that you'll use for the car vehicle is, black. I think they got different colors, but I use the black one. And what I did, I actually pushed in by the outside, pushed this in more, and I had a glove and I put around here, which would allow it to go by the outside. So by pushing on this right here, giving a little space to push it in between. So I did that all the way around, and then when I pulled this back in, I then made sure I, smoothen this out as well. And by doing that, made it sealed. And from this point, to be honest, I haven't smelled anything, because I used to smell like, you could smell that moisture smell out of it. I used to be able to smell that, but since I've done that, I washed my truck, everything else like that, I haven't smelled it at all. So for the ones who have this problem with this water intrusion, you might want to just go ahead and get, like I said, a gasket sealer. I guess silicone could do just as well. I just bought a black one, and I used to have this suede all the way through us down here, but then when the water used to get here, it used to, being that it's cloth, it spread all over the place. So, I just went ahead and cut this off to try to go ahead and fix it, fix the issue. But being that now that I have, fixed it, I will then, redo this with the suede again, in the back, But as you can see, the color went away because the sun done passed. But to fix this right here, the problem, I would say, like I said, I removed this, your 2 screws here and your 2, forgot what millimeter that is, might be 8 or 10 millimeter. Pull those off and move this out of the way. And this is why this was off, because then I just moved this off to be able to bring this whole panel off and be able to do what I needed to do. So like I said, you take these 2 screws off right here, and this had 2, I only got 1, and then I changed this to another one because I just put a Phillips tips here instead of having to put a torque wrench or whatever that key is to put in here every time I get it off. So take this off. Over here is fine because once you fold this seat forward, then you're good to go, and that'd be accessible. So there's a route I would take on doing this way. From after that point, that it'll definitely be sealed, and you won't have any problems with water intrusion. So again, that's the fix. Then with the silicone gasket, you can get that from your local parts store, AutoZone, whatever parts store that you have at your area that you live in. But as for that, that fixed my issue. So just happy to share that information. And like I said again, this piece here, you want to push back on it. Once you push back on it, you take the silicone and you paste in here. Like I say, get a rubber glove so you won't mess up your fingers and stuff like that. Push it in here, and then you want to put your finger right in here and you just pull it back in. Once you pull it back in, then you go ahead and make sure you paste all the way right here. So that works for me. Hope it works for y'all. Again, we're just here to share knowledge and help another person out who might be having the same issue. Again, take care, be safe.